Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Explain Maths. Today I have something both interesting and important for you to teach. So any guesses what I am going to teach you today? Well, let me tell you. In this video I will be solving assertion, reason and case study questions. If you have ever found these type of questions tricky or confusing, don't worry. By the end of this video you will not only understand them but also solve them with confidence. The questions which we will tackle today will be based on the chapter Understanding Quadrilaterals. So I strongly recommend everyone to revise the chapter thoroughly before watching this video. This will help you to follow my instructions effectively. So let's begin the class. The first question, assertion. The measure of each exterior angle of a regular hexagon is 60 degree. And reason is given as sum of all interior angles of a polygon of n sides is n minus 2 into 180 degree. So how to find the exterior angle? We have a formula, right? To find the exterior angle, you have to divide 360 degree by the number of sides. And as it is a hexagon, number of sides are 6. So it will be 360 degree divided by 6. So you will get exterior angle as 60 degree. So each exterior angle of a regular hexagon is 60 degree. This statement is correct. Now the reason is given. Sum of all interior angle of a polygon of n side is n minus 2 into 180 degree. So yes, if you have to find the sum of all interior angle, this is the formula, isn't it? So reason is also correct. So assertion is true, reason is true. But in the assertion, if you see, it is talking about exterior angle, but in the reason it is talking about interior angles, right? So from here, I can say that the correct option will be option B, because assertion and reason both are true, but reason is not the correct explanation. Okay. So I have given the explanation also. In hexagon, number of sides is 6. So exterior angle is 360 degree divided by 6, which is 60 degree. Okay. Question 2. All kites are rhombuses. And reason is a kite has two pair of adjacent sides equal. Now all kite are rhombuses. Now recall the properties of a kite. In a kite, the adjacent sides are equal, right? But in a rhombus, all the sides are equal. So we can't say that all the kites are rhombus. So from here I can say that my assertion is false. And the reason is given, a kite has two pair of adjacent sides equal. This reason is true. So my correct option will be option D. Assertion is false, but reason is true. Question number 3. Diagonals of a rectangle bisect each other, and reason is given as every rectangle is a parallelogram and diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. So yes, rectangle is a parallelogram. So it satisfies all the properties of a parallelogram. And the properties of a parallelogram are the opposite sides are parallel and equal, opposite angles are equal, and diagonals bisect each other. So I can say that diagonals of a rectangle will also bisect each other, and reason is also given as correct. So from here, the correct option will be option A. Both assertion and reason are true, and reason is the correct explanation of assertion. Now question number 4. Assertion. The sum of the interior angles of a polygon is 360 degree, and reason is given as a polygon can be divided into triangles and the sum of the angles of each triangle is 180 degree. Now if you see the assertion, the sum of interior angle of a polygon is always 360 degree. Now this statement is false, because sum of exterior angle is 360 degree. Interior angle depends on the number of sides of the polygon. So from here I can say that assertion is false. And let's check the reason. A polygon can be divided into triangles. Yes, it is correct. And sum of the angle of each triangle is 180 degree. So reason is true. So from here I can say D is the correct option. And I have given the explanation also. Sum of the interior angle of a polygon depends on the number of sides, and it is given by n minus 2 into 180 degree, where n is the number of sides of the polygon. Question number 5. Assertion. Rectangle is a convex quadrilateral. Reason. In a convex quadrilateral, at least one angle is more than 180 degree. So first you try to recall what is convex quadrilateral. So convex quadrilateral means the quadrilateral whose angles, each angle is less than 180 degree. Now I have taken the figure of a rectangle, and we know that in a rectangle each angle is 90 degree, right? So it is less than 180 degree. So I can say that rectangle is a convex quadrilateral. So first statement is assertion is true. Now in a convex quadrilateral, at least one angle is more than 180 degree. This is false. In a convex quadrilateral, at least all the angle is less than 180 degree. Okay. And one more property of a convex quadrilateral was the diagonals of the convex quadrilateral will be inside the quadrilateral. So if I join the diagonal, okay, if I join both the diagonal will be inside this quadrilateral. So from here I can say option C is correct. Assertion is true, but reason is false. Now question number 6. A rhombus is always a parallelogram. In a rhombus, both pairs of opposite sides are equal and parallel. So yes, rhombus is a parallelogram. So assertion is true, and it is given in a rhombus both pairs of opposite sides are equal and parallel. Now rhombus is a parallelogram, so obviously it will satisfy all the properties of a parallelogram. So reason is also true. So the correct option is option A. Question number 7. Assertion. A kite has exactly one pair of opposite angles that are equal, and reason is the diagonals of a kite are perpendicular to each other. So if you see the figure of a kite, it has one pair of opposite angles equal. So I can say from here angle B is equal to angle D. Now reason is given the diagonals of a kite are perpendicular to each other. Yes, diagonals of the kite are perpendicular also. But if you see, assertion is talking about opposite angles are equal, but reason is given for the diagonals of a kite are perpendicular. Though both the statements are true, but reason is not the correct explanation for assertion. So from here I can say that option B is the correct option, and explanation I have given. The diagonals of a kite are perpendicular, but this does not explain why one pair of opposite angles is equal. Okay. Now question number 8. Number of sides in a regular polygon having each exterior angle 40 degree is 9. Okay, so this we can calculate because we know the formula. If exterior angle is given, we can find the number of sides. So formula is 360 degree divided by each exterior angle, which is given as 40 degree. And 360 degree divided by 40 degree is 9. So assertion is correct. Now reason is given as number of sides in a regular polygon can be calculated as 360 degree divided by each exterior angle. And just now I have used that formula only to calculate it. So yes, assertion and reason both are true, and reason is the correct explanation also. Now question number 9. Every rectangle is a parallelogram, but every parallelogram is not a rectangle. Now try to understand this. It says that every rectangle is a parallelogram. It means rectangle is having all the properties of a parallelogram. So yes, it is true. Rectangle is having all the properties, right? Opposite sides are parallel and equal. Opposite angles equal. Diagonals bisect each other. All properties are there in a rectangle. But every parallelogram is not a rectangle. Yes. Because in a rectangle, you can see all the four angles are 90 degree. But in a parallelogram, it is not, right? Only opposite angles are equal. So first statement is true. Now reason is given. A rectangle is a parallelogram with right angles. Yes, rectangle is a parallelogram, but it has some extra property that all the angles are right angles. So from here I can say option A is correct. Both assertion and reason are true, and reason is the correct explanation. Now question number 10. Assertion. A square is both a rectangle and a rhombus. So what is the meaning of this? This means a square satisfies all the properties of a rectangle as well as all the properties of a rhombus. So if you recall the property of a rectangle, it has opposite sides equal, all the angles 90 degree, and diagonals bisect each other. In a square also, as in a square all the sides are equal, so obviously opposite sides will also be equal, and all the angles are 90 degree also, and diagonals are bisecting each other. In fact, diagonals are perpendicular bisector. They not only bisect, but they make 90 degree also at the intersection point. So a square is having all the property of a rectangle. Now in a rhombus, the properties are all the four sides equal and the diagonals are perpendicular bisector. That property square is also having. So I can say that square is both a rectangle and a rhombus. And reason is given. A square satisfies the properties of both rectangles and rhombuses. So this is also true. So both assertion and reason are true, and reason is the correct explanation. Question number 11. Assertion. A parallelogram has equal opposite angles. Yes, parallelogram is having opposite angles equal. Reason is opposite angles of a parallelogram are supplementary. Now reason is false. Opposite angles of a parallelogram are not supplementary. They are equal. Adjacent angles of a parallelogram are supplementary. So I can say that assertion is true but reason is false. So option C is the correct answer. Now I am going to solve few case study questions. Question number 1. In trapezium HARE here, EP and RP are bisectors of angle E and angle R respectively. So bisector of angle E means this P is dividing this angle E in two equal halves. So if angle PER is 25 degree, angle PEH is also 25 degree. Same way RP is dividing angle R in two equal halves. Okay. Now we have few questions based on it. Now the first question is the trapezium in which non-parallel sides are equal is said to be. So think about it, pause the video, write the answer and then recheck your answer with my answer. So the trapezium in which non-parallel sides are equal is said to be isosceles trapezium. Okay, now the B part, find the measure of angle EPR. So I have to find this measure. So what I will do, I will assume this angle as X. Okay, so if I can see in triangle EPR, okay, so what it will become, X plus 25 degree plus 30 degree will give me 180 degree. And reason is angle sum property. Okay, angle sum property of a triangle. So you have to write the reason also why you are writing that their sum is 180 degree. Now X plus 30 plus 25 degree will become 55 degree, which is equal to 180 degree. So the value of X will be 180 degree minus 55 degree. And if you are going to solve it, you are going to get 125 degree. Okay. So the measure of angle EPR is 125 degree. Now next question. Find the measure of angle EHA and RAH. EA means you have to find this angle. So how to find? Recall the property. In a trapezium, we know that there are one pair of parallel sides. So HA and ER are parallel. So EH is your transversal, right? What I am telling that this line HA and this line ER are parallel. So this is the transversal line, right? And if they are transversal, then what will happen? Sum of consecutive interior angle will be supplementary. So I have to find this angle. Now already it is given EP is the angle bisector. It means if this is 25 degree, this is also going to be 25 degree. So angle EHA I can find out as angle EHA will be equal to 180 degree minus angle REH, and angle REH will be 50 degree, isn't it? 25 degree is here and 25 degree is here. So it is 50 degree, and 180 minus 150 will give you 130 degree. So from here I can say angle EHA is 130 degree. Now same way angle RAH is also 180 degree minus angle ERA. So if this is 30 degree, this angle is also 30 degree. So angle ERA completely it is 60 degree. So 180 degree minus 60 degree and it will give 120 degree. Now second question. In the following figure of a ship, ABDH and CEFG are two parallelograms. So here you can see ABDH. This is one parallelogram. Another one is CEFG. This is another parallelogram. And based on this, there are few questions. Now first question, find the measure of angle DHG. So this angle you have to find. Okay, so how to find this angle now? So if I am able to know this angle, then I am easily calculate this because they will form a linear pair. So already it is given ABDH is a parallelogram. So if this is 130 degree, opposite angle this will be also 130 degree, right? So angle DHA is also 130 degree. Reason is opposite angles are equal. Now if this is 130 degree, this required angle will be 180 degree minus 130 because they form a linear pair. So I can write angle DHG is 180 minus 130 degree, and from here I can get my angle as 50 degree, and reason I can write here linear pair. Isn't it? They are forming a linear pair. Now second question. Find the measure of angle CGH. Now where is CGH? Okay, CGH. So to find this, if I am able to get this angle, easily calculate this because both are forming a linear pair. So how to get this value CGF? So if you see here, CEFG is also a parallelogram, and this angle F and this angle CGF, they are adjacent angle. And we know that in a parallelogram, adjacent angles are supplementary. So from here I can write angle CGF equal to 180 degree minus 30, and the reason is adjacent angles are supplementary. And 180 degree minus 30 degree will give me 150 degree, right? Now I can write angle CGH will be equal to 180 degree minus 150 degree, and again I can give reason as linear pair. Okay, so from here I can get the answer as 30 degree. Now there is one more way to get this angle. Okay, the another way is, as it is a parallelogram, if I consider this two as parallel and this as my transversal, so this angle and this angle is the corresponding angle. So from there also you can directly write this angle will be 30 degree. Okay. Now next what you have to find, you have to find the value of this x. So if you take this triangle, I'm writing a name here as O. So if you take triangle HOC, okay, from there what you can write, x plus 50 degree plus 30 degree is equal to 180 degree, isn't it? Because in that triangle, angle sum property I can use, right? So it will become x plus 80 degree equal to 180 degree. So the value of x is going to be 180 degree minus 80 degree, which will give you 100 degree. Okay, so from where I got this 50 and 30 degree? We have already calculated, right? Angle DHG. This is your 50 degree and this is 30. So x plus 50 plus 30 together angle sum property of a triangle. So it is 180 degrees. So you can write here angle sum property of a triangle. Okay. You have to mention the property in exam also. Angle sum property. Okay. Now moving to the next question. So this is question number 3. Here ABCD is parallelogram which is given over here, and based on this figure there are questions. So the first question is find the value of x, and x variable is given over here and here. Now we know that this is a parallelogram, right? And this is the measurement of the side. So what is the property of a parallelogram with respect to the sides? So in a parallelogram, opposite sides are equal. So I can say that AB is equal to CD. It means 2x plus 25 will be equal to 3x plus 14, right? So why they are equal? Because opposite sides are equal. And if I am going to solve it, I will get the value of x. So from here I can write 3x minus 2x is equal to 25 minus 14. And what is 25 minus 14? 3x minus x is x, and 25 minus 14 will give me 11. So the value of x is 11. Now second part, you have to find the value of y. And where is y? Y is given over here and here. Now as it is a parallelogram, so opposite sides are parallel. So if I take AB and CD parallel and AC as transversal, okay, if I am taking this is parallel to CD, and if I take this is my transversal, then this angle and this angle, they are alternate interior angles, right? So from here I can say y plus 9 degree equal to 24. So the value of y will be 24 degree minus 9 degree, and from here I can get the value of y will be 15 degree, isn't it? This is y plus 9, this value is equal to 24 degree because they are alternate interior angle. That's why I got my value of y as 24 degree minus 9 degree, which gives me 15 degree. Now the third question is find the value of z. Now z value is given here. So to calculate the value of z, if I get the value of my angle D, then I can say that opposite angles are equal. So whatever is the value of angle D, that will be the value of Z also. So I am assuming this angle as angle 1. Now I already have the value of Y. So if I substitute it, I am going to get this angle value. So 3Y plus 5 degree is 3 into 15 degree plus 5 degree. 3 into 15 is 45 degree plus 5, which will give me 50 degree. So this is 50 degree, this is 24 degree, and I have to find angle 1. So I can take in triangle ADC. Okay, in triangle ADC, if I use angle sum property, so I can write angle 1 plus 50 degree plus 24 degree is equal to 180 degree. And angle 1 equal to 180 degree minus 50 plus 24 will give me 74. I am going to transpose it. So I am getting 106 degree. So if angle 1 is 106, Z will also be 106 degree. Reason is opposite angles are equal. Okay. So from here I got my value of Z also. Okay. Now moving to the next question. Now this is question number 4. In a square PQRS, if PQ is 3x minus 7, QR is x plus 3, find PS. So here measurement of the sides are given, right? So PQ is given as 3x minus 7. This PQ measure is given as 3x minus 7 and QR is given as x plus 3. Now in a square we know that all the four sides are of equal measure, right? So from here I can write that PQ will be equal to QR. The reason is all sides are equal. Now from here I am going to put the value of PQ as 3x minus 7 and QR as x plus 3. And if you solve it, so 3x minus x equal to 3 plus 7. So 2x equal to 10. And from here I can get my value of x as 10 by 2, which is 5. Now once I get the value of x, I can find the value of QR, which is x plus 3. So 5 plus 3, it will give me 8. And if QR is 8, PS will also be 8 centimeter. Because in a square, all the four sides are equal. Now question number 2. If PR equal to 5x and QS equal to 9x minus 8, find QS. PR is 5x, QS is 9x minus 8, find QS. So here QS value is given in the variable, right? You have to find the actual value. So in a square, we know that diagonals are equal, isn't it? So from here I can write PR equal to QS, and if I'm going to put the value, PR is equal to 5x, QS equal to 9x minus 8. And if I'm going to solve it, 9x minus 5x equal to 8. So 4x is going to be 8. So the value of x is going to be 8 by 4, which is 2. So I have to find QS. So QS will be now 9 into 2 minus 8. In 9x minus 8, in place of x, I have put 2 as value. Okay, because I got the value of x as 2. So 9 2s are 18. 18 minus 8, it will give me 10 centimeter. A third question. Find the measure of angle POQ and also find the measure of OQ. So where is my POQ? POQ is here. And we know that in a square diagonals are perpendicular bisector. Perpendicular bisector means at the intersection point they are forming 90 degree as well as they are bisecting the diagonals in two equal half. So from here directly I can write angle POQ will be equal to 90 degree, right? Because they are perpendicular bisector. Now you have to find the measure of OQ also. And if you see OQ is half of QS. And in a square diagonals are bisecting each other, right? So whatever is the value of QS, OQ will be half of that. So from here I can write the value of OQ will be QS, half of QS. So half of QS is 10. So from here I am getting the measure of OQ is 5 centimeter. So that's all for today's video. I hope you found this session on assertion, reason and case study questions helpful. and now feel more confident in tackling these type of questions. If you enjoyed this video or learned something new, don't forget to like and share it with your friends who might also benefit from it. If you're new to the channel, I want you to join the Explain Maths family, and for that hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell such that you don't miss out on more interesting and helpful videos like this one. I will be back soon with more exciting topic to make math easier and fun for you. Until then, keep practicing and keep learning. Thank you for watching.